This morning, banks in Nigeria told to digitize their transactions to boost the nation's economy. Unoma Gospel Akpabio concludes statewide women rally at Nsribum and Una local government areas. Plot. Free eye treatment cushioned, Operation See Clear to Vote Right ends at Abak. World Happiness Day observed worldwide. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good morning and welcome to KBC 45 News at dawn. I am Miriam Ekutu. Banks in Nigeria have been told to charge to digitize all aspects of their transactions to strengthen their sector to boost the nation's economy. Godswill Akpabio gave the charge while declaring upon the annual retreat and general meeting of the Committee of Chief Internal Auditors of Banks in Nigeria holding at Ibom Le Meridian Hotel and Golf Resorts. Colonel Edemefreti has more.
Governor Akpabio, who was represented by the Deputy Governor Lady Valerie Ebe, said the digitization, which will replace the traditional banking system where the money is structured around branches, will improve turnovers and enable the banks to diversify their portfolio, just as is noted in the retail segment of the banking sector. Reflecting on the theme of the conference, The Future of Banking, Governor Akpabio, who opined that the future of banking in Nigeria lies in digitization, urged the Committee of Chief Internal Auditors to give digitization the necessary consideration given its importance in boosting activities in the banking sector. The governor, who welcomed the bank auditors to the state on behalf of the government, commended the committee for giving its members the opportunity to brainstorm on topical issues affecting the sector, especially as it relates to audit control, risk management, governance, and compliance. He expressed the hope that the outcome of the conference would chart a new direction, set new paradigm for the future of banking in Nigeria, strengthen the sector, and further boost the nation's economy.
Today, digitalization has affected all aspects of human endeavor, and the banking sector is not excluded. Far from that, in a world where everything has become digitalized, the future of banking is in digital banking. But it is a great concern that only about 40% of retail banking activities is digitalized. This is not ideal for the future of banking in Nigeria. The banks must consider the digitalization of all aspects of their transactions. It is only in this lies the future of banking. This is the direction where the banking industry must take. It is the future of banking and the path banking industry.
The chair of the committee, Mr. Joseph Ezenwa, said that the group was in Uyo as part of its normal ritual to brainstorm on issues affecting the banking sector and to prefer solutions that will regulate activities in the sector to move it forward. Mr. Ezenwa, who is the chief auditor of Zenith Bank, thanked the state government for the honor of welcoming them to the state and assured that the committee, which plays an important role in the country's economy, would help boost the nation's economy.
For the improvement of processes and practices in the industry, we hold a retreat on an annual basis where we come up with things that will surely move the industry forward. We know definitely that the moment we're able to push the industry forward, our economy will be there for better.
Colonel Edemefreti reporting.
The mobilization of women campaign embarked upon by the wife of the governor, Mrs. Unoma Akpabio, has ended visit to Nsribom and Una local government areas. The First Lady's visit aimed at sensitizing women on the need to vote the right people that will continue in empowering and caring for the women's needs. Aya Enopol reports.
The governor's wife's entourage was received to that college at Afarafiong, headquarters of Nsribom local government area. Women of the local government expressed gratitude to the governor's wife for empowering them as well as building houses for widows. In their addresses, the Director General of the Udom Moses campaign, Otue Kongidong Senkara, Mr. Nete Tuk of the State House of Assembly, Chairman of Nsribom, Princess Mfonekong, wife of the paramount ruler, and other stakeholders assured the State's First Lady that Nsribom will vote PDP from President Jonathan to the candidates of the State House of Assembly. Mrs. Ekaitu Noma Akpabio thanked the women for the rousing welcome accorded her and told them that with Udom as the next governor, women will have more appointments into exalted positions and that Martha will continue to empower them.
I thank you, Her Excellency, the wife of the incoming governor.
The next port of call of the team was in Nsribom local government area. There, the women sang solidarity songs for their august visitors. Political stakeholders in the local government area, including Senator Ifeong Bob, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Elder Samikon, Barrister Nofiok Luke of the State House of Assembly, Chairman of Nsribom, and others promised to vote PDP in the forthcoming elections.
We have all the women here are the women that matter in the politics of Nsribom. Nsribom people are loyal to PDP.
The wife of the governor presented Martha Udom and other candidates of Nsribom to the women.
My leg, carry me to go. I said my leg, carry me to go. Anywhere who don't carry me to go. Anywhere who don't carry me to go.
The team later moved to Una, where the PDP flag bearer in the state, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, was on hand to welcome them. Also on hand were the women of Una, cultural display including Ntogodo Odio and Sisters of Udom Emmanuel. The governorship hopeful Mr. Udom Emmanuel and his wife Martha lauded Mrs. Akpabio for visiting Ona as the last point and told her that Ona women who came out in their numbers are ready to vote the candidate of PDP. Other elder statesmen and political stakeholders, including the chairman of UNA, the paramount ruler, among others, also paid their minds. The governor's wife, who was full of praise from Udom and wife, started her speech at UNA with a song, "I Knew It in the Jehovah." Completed her women mobilization rally in all the 31 local government areas of the state. Reporting.
The free treatment in support of the People's Democratic Democratic Party candidate Mr. Emmanuel has been held. The exercise, which was meant for the people of the Senatorial District, took place at every Operation Safeguard Right was organized by Friends of Mata Udom. Livingstone Daniel's report is here present.
As early as 8 o'clock in the morning, the people of Victoria Central District had arrived the venue of the exercise to have their eyes checked in consonance with the popular saying that all is well. By the arrival of the member of divine healing as doctors only treat. Said the exercise will not have come at a better time than now, considering the importance of sharp vision when handling ballot papers and actual voting, and appreciated Friends of Mata for the initiative. Obrong Inyang, while soliciting votes for President Jonathan, said his principal second term aspiration is a right, not a privilege, considering his level of performance and track record as President of Nigeria.
Friends of Mata Group, Iba, Ufoni Banakwayo, they support the project. They have the legal and family able to get me more. In the legal family,
earlier, the president of Friends of Mata Udom Emmanuel, Mrs. Imei Fremiyan, and her deputy, Mrs. Mbogo Cosmos Utoford, said the health of the people is of great importance to Mata Udom Emmanuel and her husband, hence the need for her friends to complement her efforts. They also emphasized that the free eye care is aimed at correcting any eye ailment or abnormalities which can hinder the electorate in voting rightly. They reminded the people that Mata Emmanuel is a daughter of the area, and as such, all votes to PDP is a vote for their daughter, while also advising the people not to vote for any other party whom they noted are working for their self-interest rather than the collective interest of the people.
So this can be for the young
The chairman of Ibionibum local government area, Mr. Godwin Ekpo, said Uyo Central District has accepted that power should shift to Eke Central District, with Mr. Udom Emmanuel as the PDP candidate for governor. On her part, the wife of the Deputy Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Lady Ime Udo Kirian, said the people of the district cannot afford to change a winning and a performing party and describe PDP as such a party. Some beneficiaries of the free eye care bared their mind.
I don't know governor if you are on a market, as a Baba, you're saying, you know, Moya Basia, a kind of so, I know you job, and you can't do what you want me to do again.
I mean, maybe me, get it work any day. It will come on any day. Can you name the same or neighbor young days to make our my neighbor?
The Bureau of Technical Matters has formally sent off their Deputy Director of Administration, Mrs. Rita Moore, who has retired from service. Speaking at the event, the Special Advisor Bureau of Technical Matters, Engineer T.D. Young, said the retired Mrs. Moore has touched so many lives, noting that his working experience with Mrs. Moore has yielded more results. Udeme Okongo filed this report presented in our studios.
Songs of joy went the air as directors of projects monitoring, faithful men of God, old and new staff of Bureau of Technical Matters, political leaders, friends, and family members gathered to celebrate the Deputy Director of Administration, during a send-off party organized in her honor. Speaking at the event, the Assistant Provincial Pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Austin Brendard, said every goal achieved in life always comes from God. He defined grace as unlimited favor from God and described the celebrator as an achiever whom God's grace rested upon, and prayed God to give her a faithful retirement.
Grace is what marks or makes a man. Many of us may have joined the service on the same day, qualified, some better qualified. But because of the grace of God, you find one climbing the ladder of progress faster than the other.
The event featured presentation of gifts, intercessory prayer, as well as goodwill messages from the Senior Administrative Officer, Mrs. Ukeme Ebong, Internal Auditor, Pastor Anetia Ekwere, and Special Assistant on Project Monitoring, Mr. Udotobi Udobut.
God will continue to keep you. I pray that your children and children will emulate these wonderful qualities. May the Lord bless you in Jesus' name.
Speaking, Engineer Sonny Umor, the celebrator's husband, thanked God for his sufficient grace on his wife. Mr. Umor thanked the staff of Bureau of Technical Matters and their cooperation and happy working relationships throughout her working years. The Director of Engineering, Engineer Macpherson Okonna, said working with a lady of substance like Mrs. Umor is a great achievement. Responding, Mrs. Umor thanked the state government for the opportunity given to her to serve for 35 years, as well as friends and staff of Bureau of Technical Matters. She advised newly employed staff to be committed to their duties, as greater rewards await them at the end of their service years.
He is a man that likes perfection. He wants you to deliver whatever you are doing at all costs, without any excuses. Sir, thank you. God bless you.
There is a short break now. When we come back, the news continues. Do stay with us.
As election is approaching, I just want to make one appeal. My women, your sisters, your mothers, your daughters, all of them are supporting our governor and the PDP. When there is an election, they need to be protected. And it is only you that can protect them. We need to harvest our votes for all the PDP candidates.
What you have done for us in Akwa Ibom State is for our benefit, is for our future, and the future belongs to us. And so, in appreciation as a token to what you've done for us, we are committed to stand by all the people that are carrying the flag of PDP. We will vote and stand by and watch our vote and make sure that our votes are not tampered with. That is the only thank you we are going to offer you, Your Excellency.
Today, we are touched. I want to say all the youths should be humble and respect the leadership of Akwa Ibom State, and that leader is Barrister Godswill Obot Akpabio.
I went around all 31 local government areas campaigning. These were the faces I saw at the rally grounds. God will bless you in Jesus' name. And I want to tell the Akwa Ibom people that the next government is government of the youth, by the youth, and for the youth. On the day of election, go out early for accreditation. Go there and stand and protect your vote. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is coming back. Udom Emmanuel is taking over. Godswill Akpabio is going there.
So good to have you back. A 3-day broadcast management workshop organized by the Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation for its management and middle management staff has ended. Facilitated by Macrovision Services Limited, the workshop drew participants from the 6 directorates of the corporation. Usene Kandam was at the workshop for the following report here presented.
The workshop covered areas like corporate management, communication in broadcasting, strategies for revenue generation, and managing engineering services as well as support departments. It also took participants through the vision and mission of the corporation, achieving targets and programming among others. The facilitator of the workshop, Alhaji Biodun Ajijola, said if AKBC must break even, it must produce and transmit good programs with clear signals, engage in image promotion, and have a strategic and flexible marketing approach. Alhaji Ajijola stressed the need for a teamwork among the different directorates, saying that the station should ensure that it records 0 program failure.
The very strong one that have left their integrity of the people here and broadcasters. People should not be allowed to practice our culture. We should ensure that whatever we do it professionally. We should ensure that we do it in compliance with the codes and ethics of the profession of broadcasting worldwide.
Clearing the workshop closed, the Acting Director General, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, said the workshop has reminded participants of the role expected of them as broadcasters. According to her, the workshop has identified the strength and weakness of the personnel and charged the participants to work towards eliminating the weakness. Mrs. Udofia advised the participants to ensure that they meet their targets, saying that promotion will now be based on productivity.
Whatever you are within the industry, you are expected to put in your best, because none can do without the other. And as I said at the beginning of this workshop, we are all in one team, and we need to utilize team spirit in order for us to reach our goals.
Certificates of participation were presented to the management staff by the facilitator, Alhaji Ajijola, while the Acting Director General, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, presented the certificates to other participants. Some participants commended the management of AKBC for putting up the workshop and the facilitator for refreshing their ideas.
The workshop is meant to educate broadcasters on the ethics of the profession.
We have learned a lot, very, very enormously. For those of us who are professionals in our different fields, we have come to know that we should work together to achieve the set goals of this establishment. That's the mission and objectives of establishing AKBC.
If there is anything that is constant, it is change. As things keep evolving, there are trending things. This workshop has brought to our know things that are trending in broadcasting.
A non-governmental organization, Mary Slessor International Foundation, Okobedi Ose Koroko, with Bionibom local government area, has organized what it termed Mary Slessor Handshake, in remembrance of the selfless services of the late Mary Slessor, who stopped the killing of twins and mother in Nigeria. The event took place at the Mary Slessor International School, Okobedi Ose Koroko, in Ibionibom local government area. Patience John's report is here presented.
Established in 1991, the foundation has over the years supported the needy and the less privileged. The founder of the NGO, Dr. Basia Wanakra, an indigenous of Hussein Ikoroku, said the foundation, which came through divine inspiration, has assisted widows and orphans to set up their businesses as well as offer scholarship to indigent students. Dr. Accra explained that the event, Mary Slessor Handshake, was a follow-up of the centenary celebration of the late missionary. She encouraged the young ones to give their lives to God.
So really, it is not, I'm not the one giving. It is the Lord that is blessing me to give. The gift comes from God, not from Basawanaka.
The event, which has the theme introducing Jesus to the youth, brought together pupils and students of Mary Slessor International School, Okobodi, Usekoroku, and other schools from Ibionibum and into local government areas. Schools which took part in competition in January during the centenary celebrations were awarded trophies and cash prizes. The Presbyterian Senior Science School, Idide, clinched the first position. Union Secondary School, Ibiako, came second, while Comprehensive Secondary School, Ntiat, took the third position. Participants, including women leaders, prayer coordinators, and youth leaders of the foundation, were also presented with certificate of participation. Some widows were given sewing machines, while scholarship was awarded to 25 undergraduates of Ibiono to the tune of 15,000 naira each. Members of the foundation and pupils lifted their souls to God in song and dances. Mary Slessor was a Scottish missionary who lived in Okobodi, Usekoroku, in Ibionibum local government area. Born on 2nd December 1848, she died on 13th January 1915. She was aged 66.
Yesterday was the International Day of Happiness. The day was set aside by the United Nations General Assembly in June 2012. The day is to enhance global joy and create more positive connections with others. The day, which is observed every 20th of March, also focuses attention on the idea that economic growth must be enhanced. Patience John sought to find out from a cross-section of the people if they were aware of the day and what it means to them.
Yes, happiness, even up to the family. Once there's no happiness in the family, that family is covered. So every one of us has to be happy at all times.
I am aware that today is World Happiness. I actually got through Nigeria. How? I'm subscribed to them in my Facebook page, so the sent a mail, telling me that today is World Happiness. So I should reach out to someone, make someone happy, and also make sure that I'm happy today.
I love every time I love it. Like in the Bible, Paul Apostle, even while he was in the prison, he said, rejoice. I say again, rejoice. Don't let anybody kill your joy. Like in the dream, and then you see,
Okay, yourself, are you happy?
I'm happy. I'm always happy.
Why are you happy?
Because the Lord is here.
Okay, so my uncle from somewhere else today is happy today.
The day, according to the United Nations, is also to remind people of one of the fundamental human goals to pursue happiness. You can also watch our news by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45, on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. That's our package this morning, but just before we get a look at the major stories. Governor Godswill Akpabio has tasked banks in Nigeria to digitize all aspects of their transactions to boost Nigeria's economy. He threw the challenge while declaring open the annual retreat and general meeting of the Committee of Chief Internal Auditors of Banks in Nigeria, holding at Low Meridian Ibom Hotel and Golf Resorts, Uyo. Also, World Happiness Day was celebrated worldwide. That's a package this morning. We thank you so much for spending your time with us. Have a pleasant day.